What's happening, fight fans around the world? I know how y'all are. I know y'all enjoy this thing of boxing. I know we play games and people have their issues and people have opinions. It's cool too. I got opinions and I'm allowed to say my opinions or speak my opinions. And if somebody was trying to send me a subliminal message, it worked. Because if you want to prove that you're better than me, I'm always ready. Wide open, ready to go. It's called.
Career, he's really been hurt. He's gone down before one time, but there was a perfect left hand. Roy never saw it coming. Roy is out. And Roy may be out of boxing.
And that's why Tarver wanted to be the counterpuncher, because he answered Roy's mic.
Floyd Mayweather has responded to Roy Jones Jr. after Jones suggested they should meet in the ring. This came shortly after Jones declared on the ATS Fight podcast that Sugar Ray Leonard would have beaten Mayweather in a fantasy matchup. Jones argued that Leonard had more aggression and a tougher mentality than Mayweather. He described Leonard as a vicious fighter, adding that people often misunderstood Leonard because of his name. According to Jones, Leonard was a true dog in the ring, and Mayweather didn't possess that same edge. These comments quickly spread throughout the boxing world, prompting a public response from Mayweather.
Mayweather were to fight. And, I must say, Roy Jones is my favorite fighter ever. He's my favorite fighter ever. You guys know I was a huge fanboy and all those things. I've said it repeatedly. But if they were to fight, I'll be rooting on Floyd Mayweather, man. I can't. Listen, regardless of how many times I've criticized Floyd and his career or whatever, Tim T has always shown me love, man. Floyd Mayweather showed.
Mayweather didn't respond through an interview or a press release. Instead, he posted a silent video that featured Roy Jones Jr.'s knockout losses throughout his career. The video included clips of Jones being knocked out by Antonio Tarver, Glenn Johnson, Danny Green, and Enzo Maccarinelli. After showing these clips, the video transitioned to shots of Mayweather's luxury cars, private jets, jewelry, and lavish lifestyle. The structure of the video was intentional, first showing Jones at his lowest moments, then contrasting that with Mayweather's undefeated record and immense wealth. While the message was left open to interpretation, the sequence clearly responded to Jones's remarks.
Musty energy.
Lord child, the man Floyd Money Mayweather is watching video of Roy Jones getting knocked out. Yeah, man. Roy Jones absolutely getting cooked. And all this is because Floyd Money Mayweather is upset at Roy Jones Jr. for Roy saying that Floyd could not beat a prime Sugar Ray Leonard. Lord child.
Shortly afterward, reports surfaced that Mayweather had privately told his team he would be open to an exhibition fight with Jones. This marked a shift from a passive reaction to an active challenge. Sources close to Mayweather confirmed that he is willing to fight Roy Jones Jr. in an exhibition format. Although no official announcement has been made yet, the discussions are reportedly serious. Jones has also responded, stating he's ready to fight Mayweather anytime. He questioned whether Mayweather truly wanted to fight or just preferred posting edited videos. Jones added that if Mayweather wanted to prove himself, they should settle it in the ring.
I think, he the greatest fighter all the time? Nah. Shabby was 80-0 at one point. 80. He could have retired at 80-0. You go ever top that? No. He just didn't stop, right? You got to 50 and you stopped because of Rocky Marciano.
Right.
So Rocky died. If he wouldn't die, he probably would have kept going too. So and then at the end, you fight a guy that's 0-0 for number 50. How can I?
This back and forth has reignited debates about both fighters' legacies. Roy Jones Jr. was once considered the most talented boxer of his generation. He held titles from middleweight to heavyweight and was known for his speed and creativity. At his peak, he appeared untouchable. But after his move to heavyweight and eventual return to light heavyweight, his performances declined. He fought for too long, took too much damage, and suffered several high-profile knockouts. His overall record remains strong, but the late career losses change how some fans view him. Mayweather, in contrast, managed his career to near perfection. He never lost, He controlled negotiations, selected opponents on his terms, and retired undefeated at 50-0. His critics argue that he avoided high-risk fights and took many of his biggest matchups when his opponents were past their best. Still, he beat everyone he faced and never took significant damage in the ring. His defensive style and discipline allowed him to stay at the top for 2 decades. The argument between Jones and Mayweather is not only about Sugar Ray Leonard. It also reflects a deeper disagreement about what defines greatness in boxing. Jones emphasizes the willingness to take on big challenges, even if it leads to losses. He points to Leonard, who fought and beat the likes of Marvin Hagler, Thomas Hearns, and Roberto Duran. Leonard did not finish his career undefeated, but he fought everyone. Jones believes that approach to boxing deserves more respect than Mayweather's carefully managed career. Mayweather disagrees. For him, greatness means winning and staying on top without losses. He sees his record and financial success as proof that his method worked. He also believes he took enough risks. He points to his victories over Manny Pacquiao, Canelo Alvarez, Oscar de la Hoya, and Shane Mosley. He claims that he beat the best available at the time and never ducked any serious challenge. In his view, no other boxer has combined skill, discipline, business acumen, and success the way he has.
And one of the reasons why people watch him fight is not because he's like Mike Tyson, just goes out and destroys people. They like watching him fight because they hate him. Because he talks so much shit, and he's like, look at my $1 million watch, look at my fucking jet, look at my house, look at this. He's like constantly showing you all these things that he has. Like he'll lay out watches in a hotel bed, like this is $1 million worth of watches. This watch goes for $2 million. And they're like, this is my small watch that I take sometimes, but I want to show you, when I show up, I bring out the big boy, and it brings out this watch that's covered in diamonds. It's like $5 million. And so you hate him.
This disagreement has played out before. In 2018, Roy Jones made similar statements. He said that Mayweather was not the greatest and that his own prime was more impressive. He claimed that Floyd was the best at making money, but not necessarily the best at boxing. At the time, Mayweather ignored the comment publicly, but he likely remembered it. The most recent comments about Leonard were not new. They were just part of a pattern Jones has followed for years. This time, Mayweather chose to respond. Following the video, several boxing media outlets reacted. Talk called the video cold and calculated. Boxing News 24 described it as classless but effective. Some fans supported Mayweather's response, saying Jones had opened the door by insulting him. Others criticized Mayweather for mocking another legend's losses. On social media, reactions were mixed. Some said the response was entertaining and on-brand. Others felt it lacked respect.
Why is the money so important? Why do you always come back to the dollars? People want to know.
Why not? I mean, everything you got on costs money. You can't take your wife on a date for free.
Is that how you measure your success?
No. Me, I'm loyal and honest, and I'm a good person, and I call a spade a spade. Money don't make me, I make money. And without money, I'd be the same person. I fought so many fights for free.
Jake Paul also added his opinion. He said Roy Jones Jr. had the better prime, but Mayweather showed more consistency. He noted that Mayweather was smart to avoid unnecessary damage, while Jones took too many risks. Jake Paul's comments added even more attention to the story, especially among younger fans. Though he is not considered a serious boxing analyst, his influence on boxing conversations continues to grow. In the days after the video, interest in a potential Mayweather versus Jones exhibition increased. Both fighters have already participated in exhibition matches. Mayweather has faced Logan Paul, John Gotti III, Tenshin Nasukawa, and others. He views exhibitions as low-risk, high-reward events. Jones fought Mike Tyson in 2020 in an exhibition bout that went the full 8 rounds. Though the fight was not officially scored, it was viewed by millions and generated significant interest.
And not Floyd Mayweather. Why isn't he in the top 5?
Floyd Mayweather, he's running the whole 12 rounds and he won the fight.
Manny, who are the top 5 fighters you ever fought, you think?
Barrera, Morales, Marquez, De La Hoya, Cotto,
A Mayweather Jones' exhibition would not be competitive. They fought in different weight classes and are at different stages physically. Mayweather has stayed lighter and more disciplined in retirement. Jones, on the other hand, has put on weight and slowed down. But the fight wouldn't be about competition. It would be about legacy, pride, and entertainment. It would also make money. Public interest is high, and both fighters have fan bases willing to pay to watch. 8. There is no official date or signed contract yet, but both sides have expressed interest. If the fight happens, it will likely follow the exhibition format, shorter rounds, no official winner, and rules to protect the fighters. Even so, it would be the most meaningful exhibition Mayweather has done. Unlike his past exhibition opponents, Roy Jones Jr. is a real Hall of Famer and a former pound-for-pound #1, that the build-up would center around their careers, their differences, and their current feud. Behind the scenes, both camps are watching the public's reaction. If interest remains high, the fight becomes more likely. Mayweather's team is focused on creating events that draw media coverage and attention. The recent video and the reactions it sparked suggest this event could deliver. Jones has stated that he wants the fight if Floyd is serious. For now, everything is still in discussion, but the possibility is real.
Still two different things. He was a social media blowout. He blew it away. And that fit his character because he could hit it.
That context reshapes what happened in the latest exchange. Mayweather's decision to respond with a silent video of Jones's worst knockouts wasn't a one-time reaction. It was more like the release of pent-up frustration that had built over several years of Jones throwing shade. By airing that reel of losses, Mayweather was pulling out a receipt folder. Every time Jones spoke on Mayweather's greatness, Mayweather was watching, storing, and waiting. The timing and format of Floyd's response added layers. He didn't tag Roy or reference him directly. He simply posted the video on Fight Hype, his go-to outlet for messaging, and followed it with clips showing off his supercars, yachts, luxury watches, and real estate. TalkSport described the whole sequence as cold, saying it left fans unsure whether Mayweather was trolling or setting the stage for an actual fight. Boxing News 24 called the video classless, suggesting that for someone who built a brand on professionalism and precision, the pettiness of this move stood out. Still, others saw it as typical Floyd, calculated, flashy, and hard to ignore.
I would not be able to take credit for beating Pacquiao after he got knocked out by Marquez because that's not the same Pacquiao.
Of course.
That's not the Pacquiao at the top of his game.
Yeah, of course.
But in society today, we'll call that person the best fighter ever.
What made this even more interesting was that Roy Jones Jr. didn't stay silent. After the video made the rounds, Jones took to social media and essentially called Floyd out again. He demanded that Mayweather prove he was better. He didn't walk back his comments about Leonard. Instead, he doubled down, framing Mayweather's video not as a response, but as an overreaction. Jones emphasized that the greatness conversation can't be built on zero losses alone, especially when you're not taking risks.
If you haven't understood how I believe Devin Haney is more of a GOAT than Floyd Mayweather, I'll break it down one more time. Floyd Joy Mayweather Jr. at 25 had 29 wins, no losses. Devin Haney at 25 has 31 losses. Which one is more? It's a basic numbers game. I don't care if you're a Floyd fan, if you're a Devin Haney fan, it's a basic numbers game. So break it down. That's 2 more. Devin Haney wins that.
That idea, a split in how greatness is defined, sits at the center of this feud. Roy Jones Jr. represents the side of boxing that values boldness, weight, jumps, highlight reel knockouts, and memorable risks. He won titles from middleweight to heavyweight, including a historic WBA heavyweight belt when he beat John Ruiz. He didn't pad his record. He went after big, meaningful moments, even if it meant losing later in his career. His point has always been that true greatness comes from stepping into danger and chasing legacy.
Crazy that everybody keep asking me, why you not coming back to fight? Why you not coming back to fight? So I look at the fight game, I said, okay. I said, fighters fighting, they make 3 million, 4 million, 6 million, 7 million. Some may make 10 or 20 million. But I'm doing exhibitions and I'm making 20, 25 million, 100 million for exhibitions. So why would I come back and fight?
Mayweather's view is different. He built an undefeated career on timing control and picking his spots. He never took damage. He controlled negotiations, ensured he had the advantage going into every fight, and stayed perfect from start to finish. He beat top opponents like Canelo, Pacquiao, De La Hoya, and Mosley. He won titles in 5 divisions and retired on top. For Mayweather and his camp, greatness is defined by perfection, a clean resume, no blemishes, no losses, and long-term dominance. That difference in philosophy is what's really being argued when Roy says Sugar Ray Leonard was mean and Floyd wasn't nearly as mean. He's talking about attitude, not talent. He's saying Leonard would have tested Floyd in a way Floyd's actual opponents never could.
Floyd, but it seems like everybody's afraid to have that O, to have a 1 or a 2 where the O used to be. Ali lost, Sugar Ray lost, Hagler lost, Hearns lost. These guys lost. When did the O become the end all be all?
I think Mayweather, you know, and how he made it big to the public. Like 47.
Outside of the exchange itself, fans have begun speculating whether this is building towards something bigger. Mayweather has already participated in several exhibition bouts, including ones against Logan Paul, Tenshin Nasukawa, and John Gotti III. Roy Jones Jr., now 55, fought Mike Tyson in an exhibition as recently as 2020 and has publicly expressed interest in other non-competitive events, including one against Jake Paul. On paper, Floyd versus Roy in an exhibition sounds unrealistic, different weight classes, different primes, and different styles. But in the world of spectacle boxing, realism doesn't always matter.
That's how Floyd is. He's very.
Do you think he's the great? You think he's the greatest? One of the greatest
Every
ever?
great fighter in the world says technically there's nobody better.
Yeah.
Every single.
Easily the best counterpuncher. of all
No,
time.
every great
Best
fighter in the world says there's nobody better. But when you're talking about wins,
right?
Not the best heavyweight champ is Mike Tyson.
Right.
I think, right? Like the scariest guy, because his force is just so strong.
It's insane.
Yeah,
well, Logan having almost beat Floyd, that's got to put him in the top 3, top 3 greatest.
Mayweather has shown that he's willing to fight if the paycheck is high and the risk is low. Jones, meanwhile, still trains and stays active in the gym, even if his chin isn't what it used to be. Fans have started to wonder whether this war of words could evolve into a no-risk, money-grab exhibition bout, especially considering how profitable Floyd's non-sanctioned events have been. No licenses, no rankings, just 2 big names, a few rounds, and millions of views.
See, they upset because I'm able to milk the game. I'm smart, kept all my faculties, made a lot of smart investments. So, you know, when great people like Warren Buffett, Bill Gates, the Waltons, the people that own Walmart, Walgreens, when they're getting money in their 50s, their 60s, their 70s, 80s, and even 90s, it's okay.
Another key factor in all of this is social media. Mayweather knows how to manipulate it. The silent video wasn't just for Roy, it was for the algorithms. The montage of knockouts followed by clips of his luxury lifestyle was crafted to be shareable, memeable, and polarizing. It sparked debates in the comments and across Twitter, Reddit, and TikTok. It led to side-by-side comparisons, with fans taking sides in the GOAT debate. Even within the boxing media, reactions were divided. Some analysts defended Floyd's video, saying Jones invited the smoke by speaking so strongly about Leonard. Others argued that the video showed Mayweather remains deeply sensitive to criticism and still feels the need to defend his legacy, even against retired legends. And no matter the perspective, it's clear the video struck a chord, not just with Jones, but with the entire boxing community.
Move around, do what he want to do, he gonna beat you, because he's very explosive and he's very mean.
I was gonna say mean.
To me, people don't give him enough credit. People always say, well, Floyd would beat Sugar. No, baby, Floyd is not as near as mean as Sugar was.
You don't think you would have beat him?
How? How you gonna keep him off of him? Sugar is a dog. Just because his name Sugar don't mean nothing. Sugar is a dog. People don't give him enough credit for that. You gotta think, this in around, between around 13 and 14, I think, Angelo Dundee said, you're blowing it, son. Sugar Ray Leonard got went there and put these things on Tommy Hearns.
Fans familiar with Mayweather's long history of feuds saw this as part of a pattern. He rarely engages directly. He doesn't show up for debates or forums. He releases content, whether it's a slick documentary clip, a private jet photo drop, or, in this case, a knockout montage to let people know he's watching, calculating, and still operating above the noise. Jones, for his part, hasn't backed down. He continues to speak confidently about what he believes defines true greatness. And he's not alone. Many in the boxing world still argue that Jones's peak athleticism and willingness to take risks made him more special, even if losses came later. Others say Floyd's ability to never be beaten, never be knocked down, and never let the spotlight slip away makes him untouchable.
Okay, well, we're gonna know. In the least amount of fights, you know, I didn't have to have 70 fights or 150 fights, 300 fights. Did I not beat the most world champions?
Yes, you did.
Okay. And in the least amount of fights?
Yes, you did.
Who got the highest gate?
Floyd Mayweather.
Who made the most money?
You did.
Who was the most accurate fighter of all time?
You were.
So it's basically saying that...
The greatest of all time.
Okay.
All right.